everyone, what's up? It's Berlin. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Now, I just wanted to come on camera and do this video. I know the audio might be really busted and sound like I'm underwater still, and I do sincerely apologize for that. Honestly, my phone is going through it. It is having some difficulties, but I wanted to come on camera because I just miss coming on camera, chatting to you guys face to face and just talking about the tea, the drama, the gossip, all that good stuff. So I'm going to start painting my face because it's spooky season and I'm in the mood to do a Halloween type face. So I want to get into it. You know, I've had enough of like not painting my face the last couple of days, so now I want to get back into it, get some makeup on while we chat about the tea, the drama, all that stuff. So I'm going to grab some primer while we get into it. First thing that I'm going to mention today is James Charles. James Charles recently was in New York, and while he was there, he put up a story on IG where he was complaining about a hotel charging him $15 on top of the room fee, $15 for staying at this hotel and having the privilege of the hotel Wi-Fi. So it cost him an extra $15 on top of his room rate. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're James Charles and you're privileged enough to travel to New York and stay in a hotel, you're going to complain about a $15 Wi-Fi charge? I was like, girl, no, you know. For one, James Charles, I have an issue with James Charles because of what he's done, what he admitted to doing on his own YouTube channel. Sexting minors, you know, I have an issue with that with James Charles. So, for me, to see him on his IG stories when he's, you know, treating himself to some time away in New York, I'm just like, girl, you've really got the audacity. You've really got the audacity to complain about a $15 Wi-Fi charge. I'm going to play you the clip.
This might be an unpopular opinion or very like first world problems type of story, so please excuse me if it comes across that way, but we need to discuss the fact that hotels are brave enough to charge people for internet access. Why have we as a society allowed this to happen? Like, you're going to charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars per night to sleep in a bed, but then you're going to try to charge me an extra $15 for like 2 megabyte per second internet? Baby, I know the hamster wheel is literally in the basement, like running the Ethernet cable from there to my room. You can't even load a YouTube video. Why?
So she's over there bitching, Jamie Charlie over there in New York in a lovely hotel, bitching at paying $15 for Wi-Fi like anyone else who checks in a hotel would have to pay for. You know, I just find it really entitled of James, because honestly, you know, if you're privileged enough to travel to New York while most of us are still, you know, dealing with pandemic problems, you know, a lot of people have had their businesses closed down, you know, a lot of people have lost loved ones. If you're privileged enough to be going on your jollies to New York when you've got James Charles money, and also not only that, you've been allowed back onto YouTube after admitting to sexting minors, something you actually did, you've admitted that to all your followers, and you're just getting away with it when it's a federal crime where James Charles lives. Then you've got the audacity to complain about a $15 Wi-Fi charge? Girl. Oh no. This one I was like, no. No, James. We are not having this. Honestly, it's just so entitled, right? Like, who does that? So the whole kind of hold James Charles accountable thing didn't go very well, because clearly he's still uploading like normal, still getting away with it. I think he's gone down to doing like once a week from twice a week, but still, you know, should you really even be uploading at all when you've admitted to doing what James Charles admitted to doing. You know, I think everyone is sick of it, to be honest. But you go over to his YouTube and his fans are like lapping up his videos. And I can't work it out. I'm like, how are they just letting it slide by that he did something so wrong, like preying on minors, and they just don't care? They're letting it go. I'm like, why is YouTube still allowing him to upload weekly and all of it? Like, where's the logic? You know, you'd think that they would demonetize him. I know they did for a short period of time, and he was off YouTube for like 3 months. But does that fit the crime? I don't think so. You know, everyone wants to talk about Shane Dawson, but nobody wants to talk about the fact that James Charles has been allowed to come back and carry on as if nothing happened when he sexted minors after just 3 months. Shane Dawson has been off the internet for a year, pretty much. You know, he's been off Twitter, he's been off YouTube, and he's only really just started coming back in, you know, Ryland's vlogs. So I'm like, how is it fair that Shane Dawson has no victims, no actual physical victims, but James Charles really sexted minors and stuff, multiple, and he doesn't get the same treatment as Shane Dawson? Shane Dawson, yes, I get it, he made a lot of very inappropriate jokes and a lot of bad taste stuff about kids. But in Shane Dawson's case, it was a lot of words. It wasn't, you know, physically doing things to children. It wasn't like somebody I talked about earlier, you know, Ian Watkins from Lost Prophets. Shane Dawson is not that. Yet James Charles is allowed to slide in minors' DMs and send them nudes, ask them for nudes back, and oh, it's all fine, he gets away with it. Make it make sense for me, please. I'm having a hard time with this one, you know. Next person that I'm going to talk about in this video is Nikita Dragon. Now, Nikita Dragon, she's been kind of missing from social media recently. Her brand, Dragon Beauty, they're still posting things about the makeup, like the little beauty powders and stuff. They're still posting some things, but Nikita herself hasn't actually been on Instagram stories or anything that I've seen for, I want to say, a couple of weeks now. And that's ever since Nikita was called out by T.S. Madison for offending the black community by saying things like, oh, trans women invented X, Y, and Z, and then black women took that off of trans women, blah, blah, blah. And also for her music video, which was called Dick. But it wasn't an actual music video. It was Nikita trolling. It was Nikita uploading a clip that was about 2 minutes long of a song that she called Dick. And in this video, she managed to offend a lot of people, like rapper TYGA, for instance. She was exposing people for allegedly being in her DMs and all of this stuff. She managed to offend a lot of people in that, as well as doing all the stuff that she was doing to the trans community, which she got called out for, rightly so. But speaking of TYGA, somebody else who has just exposed TYGA for sliding into their DMs is Alexis Stone. Rapper TYGA slid into Alexis DMs, and we've got the receipt of that right here. I'm like, wow. This is, you know, I mean, it proves that, if anything, Nikita wasn't lying about TYGA sliding into her DMs, you know, where you get these guys that kind of look at trans women and kind of fetishize trans women on the sort of down low, you know. TYGA slid in to Alexis Stone's DMs. I'm like, whoo, wow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like this kind of exposing people sliding into your DMs, though, I feel like this could be kind of dangerous, Because a lot of kind of men who are DL, you know, they're not open about their love of trans women or whatever. I feel like it could be dangerous for the trans women who do expose them, because I feel like it could put the trans women in danger. And not only that, I feel like it could also put some of the men who DM these women also, it could put them in danger too. You know, exposing them is outing them, you know, and if you expose somebody, you out somebody like that, then you're putting them at risk of family, friends, all finding out that they like trans women. And when you do that, you know, you could potentially open up a whole can of worms for that guy, that DL guy, because he might not be in an environment where it's tolerated to be trans. And the fact that he likes trans women might be something that he'll get a lot of hate for either religious reasons or, you know, family reasons, family who just don't accept trans people or whatever, you know. There could be a lot of things that could go wrong for both the trans woman and also the DL man in this situation. I'm a bit like, I don't know about this one, you know. I mean, if it's a celebrity who's a rapper, I guess it's different. But if it's just like everyday people, I don't know, I think I feel differently about it. If it's like a big celebrity rapper or something, then I don't know. But then if it's a big celebrity rapper, I think they've possibly got a lot more to lose, like financially and deals wise and things, because in the rap and hip hop industry, you know, homophobia is still very present. So I think for a rapper to come out and say, I like trans women, I think that would be very controversial, and I think that would upset a lot of people, because I don't think a lot of people in that community would accept it. I think there'd be a lot of transphobia and a lot of hate. Last thing I'm going to chat about in this video is Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill for some time has been teasing that she's got this new thing that she's been working on for years and years and years. She's got a warehouse, it's all self-funded, but it's not makeup. Now, I've seen some chit-chat over on Reddit where people are speculating that what Jaclyn Hill is about to launch is jewellery. People on Reddit have dug out a trademark of Jaclyn Hill, Jaclyn Roxanne jewellery. Now, just because something is trademarked, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be released. But people have dug this trademark up, and quite a few people do think that Jaclyn is going to be launching a jewellery line. I don't know what you guys think about this, but she did say that it wasn't makeup. Weeks ago, when Jaclyn uploaded an IG story saying, oh, I've got this new project, I've got this warehouse, it's all self-funded, it's not makeup. So whatever it isn't makeup. Some people are also speculating that it could be the cardigan that she's wearing in this photo. So they're talking about it either being the little necklaces that she's wearing in this photo, or like the sweater that she's wearing, or lingerie. So people are thinking that Jaclyn Hill is about to drop something like that. But the other thing that I thought it might be is homewares, because Jaclyn is very, very fond of her homewares. She loves her homewares. She's always showing things off in her home. A lot of the time, like blankets. The other day she was talking about her big stack of blankets, her candles, you know, all her little kind of knickknacks and pretty things that she's got around in her house. She's always talking about her decor, her lighting. So for me, it would be very like on brand for Jaclyn to come out with a line of homeware stuff. I don't know, I've just got a suspicion that it could be that. I mean, jewellery, I could see her doing jewellery too, because she does wear like a lot of kind of really pretty jewellery. So I could see Jaclyn Hill doing jewellery, but I think she'd be more likely to do homewares, really. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and it could be jewellery after all, but I don't know. Honestly, I think she's going to go the homewares route. Okay, so, quick interruption here, because just as I was editing this video, I went back and looked at the photo on Reddit versus the screenshot that I had of Jaclyn Hill's IG story. The screenshot on Reddit had it with the tag Jaclyn Roxanne, which was here. So it could be lingerie, but also jewellery. She's trademarked, so I'm thinking it's the necklaces that she's got on in the picture. If you go over on Reddit, people are reading Jaclyn to filth, saying, oh my god, it's probably going to be like AliExpress jewellery or Alibaba jewellery that she's hiked the price up on to kind of con customers. I don't know about that, girl. You know, I do like Jaclyn's own cosmetics. Like, I've got, where is it? Her blush collection, the Bougie Rouge collection. This palette I actually do really like. This one. And like the loose blush powder. And I've had like one of the really nice lip cushion lipsticks from there as well. I do like some of her Jaclyn Cosmetics products, but she's doing jewellery now. Okay, girl. Okay. And she leaked that herself on her own IG because she tagged the photo. Okay, girl. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see, you know, if it's going to be like nice quality or if it is going to be like Alibaba type stuff like people are saying. I doubt it would though. I mean, I think it'd probably be like costume jewellery, but not like Alibaba. You know, she's got to be doing something a little bit better than that, right? I think I'm just going for like a normal flesh tone base, and then I'm going to make it spooky. So I'm going to grab my Shapeshifter palette because I love this one. This one for bronzer, I love this Sunbum shade. You can see I've messed it up a bit there because I keep digging into that for bronzer. I like this one too, but it's slightly dark on me. This one is the one that I use, and the eye powders, both colours. But Jaclyn Hill, yeah, I think it's going to be homeware. I really do. Because she loves all her blankets and throws, everything like that. All the stuff that she's got around the house. And also, speaking of releases and launches, I also think that James Charles is planning to launch perfume, fragrance. He said that he would be launching a cosmetics line in 2022, so next year. But when he was in New York, he went to this fragrance making place. Now, I don't know if that's some kind of hint, because when I looked it up ages ago, James Charles had trademarked fragrance. So I do still think that James Charles could be coming out with fragrance. And honestly, if James Charles is coming out with fragrance, one thing I want to know is, does it smell like underage boys' armpit hair? Because do you remember, that was one thing that James Charles was clocked for. He was clocked by everybody on social media. That was one of the things that he was asking the guys that he was sexting. Oh, show me your armpit hair. So, James Charles fragrance smells like pre-pubescent boys' armpit hair, I think. I'm a shady bitch sometimes. But you know what? That's what you get with me. Even when I've got no makeup on. Like, you know, I love a good poke at James Charles because honestly, I do not think he should be allowed back on YouTube, back on the internet like he has been after the things that he did. You know, sorry to keep like harping on about that, but honestly, people have gone on and on and on about Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star for a year. More than a year now, you know? But when it's James Charles, 3 months and he gets away with it. Girl, I'm over it. Over it. I was thinking of doing like a bat eye look. I tried to do one the other day and I ended up getting really frustrated with it. So I want to have another bash at it today. Do like spooky Halloween bat eyes. I'll change my outfit because, yeah, I look gross right now. But I'll change my outfit and I'll probably try and make a TikTok because my phone will not let me make reels at the moment. So I'm really sorry that you've had to put up with my busted audio in this video. I will try and get it sorted as soon as I can, but I think that might end up being after Christmas now. But I'm nearly done with my base, so I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Please let me know your thoughts, your opinions on all the drama, the tea, the gossip that we've talked about in this video. And I'll see you guys very soon. Love ya. Take care. Bye.